Hello, guys. Welcome back to E8 Sports, or in this case, E8 Football, because I'm going to be telling you all my Champions League predictions for the first leg tomorrow, because tomorrow there are going to be some big matches and they're going to be very important. So let's begin. Starting off with Club Brugge versus Aston Villa. Right now, I feel like Club Brugge is underrated as heck, and they are really freaking good. I think that they're coming into this knocking out one of the best teams, which was Atalanta, and they did that by scoring like 1,000 on them. They scored, I think it was like 3-1 or something, where they beat Atalanta, and it was really impressive. So I'm actually going to go with Club Brugge for that one. I think that they're going to make the biggest upset. Well, not the biggest upset. I have more up in the future, but they're going to make a big upset in this Champions League. So keep your eye on them, because I feel like they're gonna make some magic. Next up, we've got Dortmund versus Lille. Right? Yeah, it's Lille. Dortmund-Lille, right now Dortmund are looking very, very shaky, as in like their form right now is not that good. Their form is awful. They're like mid-table in the Bundesliga right now, and Lille are like I'd say they're in good form, and right now they're playing really well compared to Dortmund, so I'm going to go with Lille to win that one. Despite Dortmund having the experience and everything, I'm going to go with Lille because they're playing much better than Dortmund right now, and Dortmund are going through a really, really bad rut. Next up, Arsenal versus PSV. Unfortunately, I'm going to have to go Arsenal here because I think just based on overall squad depth and stuff, that Arsenal has a much better team than PSV. That doesn't mean that Arsenal aren't going to struggle, because Arsenal still, for the love of all that is freaking holy, do not have a striker. And once again, this is going to be a big factor going into this match, because PSV is not the worst team in this entire Champions League stage. They're not the worst team. In fact, I think that they have an underrated squad, and they might pull a draw in the first leg, but Arsenal, I feel like, once again, they just have a better squad depth and better form, but in the Premier League, they're looking shaky once again because they didn't buy a striker. But anyways, I'm going Arsenal because, well, I feel like they just have that edge over PSV, despite not having a striker. Next up, we have Inter versus Feyenoord. Now, Feyenoord is a dark horse in this tournament. They have made some absolutely unforeseen upsets. They knocked out Milan in the previous round, all thanks to Theo Hernandez being an actor. And, wow, that's crazy. That would have been a Milan derby in the round of 16. That would be crazy, but no, it's Feyenoord. Feyenoord did the upset, and so now they're going up against one of the heavy hitters in Inter Milan, and so I see Inter winning, but Feyenoord make an upset in the first leg. I can see Feyenoord winning the first leg, and then when they go back to the San Siro, I could see Inter Milan taking the advantage there, because Inter Milan's defense is literally like, aren't they like one of the best in the world right now in terms of like defense? They have Bastoni. They're just so good in the defense. Just a well-rounded team overall. They have squad depth. They have Lautaro Martinez. They have a really good squad, and they could make a deep run in this Champions League campaign if they really wanted to. So I'm going to go with Inter Milan to win that tie against Feyenoord, despite Feyenoord making all these upsets. it's super awesome that they got here to this point, but I feel like this is the end for Feyenoord's Cinderella story. Next up, we've got Bayern against Bayer Leverkusen. This is going to be a crazy match. It is going to be crazy because both these teams, well, not both. Bayer Leverkusen is a really good team. I feel like they're underrated. I feel like Bayer Leverkusen with Florian Wirtz and Jeremy Frimpong, all those players, Alejandro Grimaldo, they're just at another level right now. And despite them not looking as good as their invincible Bayern never losing season, I feel like they still have that edge. Don't ever count out Leverkusen. They can hold the torch up to some of the giants in competition. And on the other side of the coin, we've got Bayern, who, let's just face it, have not been at their best within this tournament at all. Right now, Bayern are... It's just that I feel like their coach company belongs in the championship. He's not that good. Like, I don't know why they hired this guy to be their coach. He's literally coaching Burnley. They're relegated. They're in the second league of England right now. And so and they've looked shaky as well. They really shouldn't have. They milked the 1-1 draw against Celtic. They got crushed by Barcelona. I think they drew Leverkusen last time and lost to Leverkusen in the DFB Pokal. And so they're not looking like the Bayern of before. And so but they have that Champions League experience though. But they also have Harry Kane. That could also be a huge factor. Harry Kane. No, I'm just kidding. I'm going to edge this one to... I'm going to have to be boring. I'm going to edge it to Bayern Munich. I feel like they're going to chase a 1-1 draw at the Bayer Arena and win at the Allianz by like a goal or two, scrappy penalty or corner out of the box or something. I feel like the Bayern Munich just have enough to scrape by them to make it to the next round in the quarterfinal. Next, we've got Atletico versus Real Madrid. That is going to be a crazy match. El Derby de Madrid. Oh, and it's good because Real Madrid are not looking good right now. I'm going to say this right now. Real Madrid are not the best they can be right now. Right now, their defense is looking all over the place. They conceded 4 and 5 to Barcelona, which, in my case, Barcelona have been like one of the best teams in Europe. But still, conceding that many, it's a little bit of a question mark there. They've also been losing matches to Real Betis and to Espanyol, teams that really shouldn't hold the torch to this Madrid side. They lost to Anthony the GOAT. The GOAT. But yeah, right now Real Madrid doesn't look that well. They're aside from Mbappe, who's literally I think he's like at 20 goals in La Liga. No, not 20. I think he's like at around 15 to 17 goals in La Liga, and he's scoring a lot. Vinicius hasn't been looking very good. He's been looking pretty average for Real Madrid right now in his past few games. I know he's usually good for them when it comes to the Champions League. That's when he starts to shine, but right now they're not looking very well, and Atletico Madrid are looking like a well-oiled team right now. They are playing some really good football, despite them adopting this Simeone tactic right now. Julian Alvarez and Alexander Sorloth are just absolutely crushing La Liga right now. That Sorloth guy scored 2 goals against Barcelona, who have one of the best defenses in the world right now. And Alvarez is just proving why City should not have sold him at all. And what am I going to go with for this one? Atletico look like the better team right now, but Real Madrid is Real Madrid. Real Madrid. I'm going for Real Madrid. I know. Call me boring. There's no big upsets for me in this one because I'm going for Real Madrid. My upset was the earlier one with the Lille call. I'm going for Real Madrid. I feel like they have enough quality to back them. I feel like they have enough quality and experience to back them to go into the next round, despite going up against a well-run Atletico team. Next up, Barcelona versus Benfica. Now, this is where my intuition comes in. Barcelona have, if one of the best, if not the best team in Europe. They are on fire right now. Pedri is looking like Iniesta right now with all of his passing and vision. Lewandowski is looking like the Lewandowski of Bayern Munich. And then Rafinha is turning into Messi on that side, dude. And Lamine Yamal, oh my gosh, they're just all on fire. They're all doing really good at the right time. Cabarsi is going to be one of the best center backs in the future. Right now, they're just steamrolling past everyone. They steamrolled past Bayern Munich. They steamrolled past Real Madrid. Can't get past Atletico Madrid, but yeah. They also steamrolled past a few La Liga teams, putting 7 or 5 past them. They're just incredible right now. But here's the kicker. They're going up against Benfica. I think Benfica is one of those underrated dark horse teams. Benfica have a great team. They have Pavlidis up in the front. He has been an insane striker for them. He's scoring goals out the wazoo. He's getting everything, man. They got Di Maria, who's proving that age is just a number. You can still be good whilst being that old. And they got they have a good defense as well, Benfica. I feel like their defense is being slept on a lot by multiple teams. And so, last match, this ended up in an absolute cracker, a 4-5 win for Barcelona. This time, it's going to be close. I'm telling you right now, this match is going to be closer than what people think. I'm going to go Barca, but it's going to be a really close game. I'm going to go Benfica win the first leg at the Estadio de la Luz, and Barca win at Montjuic. I'm going to go for a Barcelona win. I think we could advance to the next stage. Let's go, baby. And the final match, the marquee match of the Champions League, Liverpool PSG. Oh my goodness, this match is going to be an absolute... Oh my goodness, this match is going to be incredible. Liverpool, probably one of the best teams in the world. They are just playing at a level that's incredible. Their defense is firing on all cylinders. Virgil van Dijk and Ibrahima Konate are just probably the best center back duo in Europe right now. You've got Trent Alexander-Arnold, who's one of the best right backs in the world. I know he's currently having some transfer drama with Real Madrid and stuff, but right now I think he's one of the best right backs in the world. Andy Robertson, who's getting a little bit on. They have a good midfield. Ryan Gravenberch has literally turned into freaking Rodri from last year in Man City. He's playing so well. And then up front with the main man himself, Mohamed Salah, who's breaking all sorts of records in England. He's having an absolute monster of a season. He's going nuclear over there in Europe, or in England. And they are just probably one of the favorites of the entire Champions League. But they're going up against another favorite to win the entire Champions League in PSG. Let me just tell you guys right now, this PSG team is freaking good. This PSG team, if not paired against Liverpool, or one of the heavy hitters, all the way to the final. I'm saying it right now, all the way to the final. They are firing on all cylinders right now. In the back, they've got Marquinhos, Pacho, Nuno Mensch. They're all playing absolutely incredible for PSG. They don't even concede that many goals in Ligue 1. I know all the people are going to say that it's a farmers league. I don't think it's a farmers league. I think it's just really misunderstood. I feel like Paris Saint-Germain has one of the best teams in terms of like overall skill. The midfield is what's their shining point. Vitinha is balling right now. He is absolutely on point. He's playing like the PSG of old right now. He's playing so well. And then we've got Joao Neves, also just insane. Fabian Ruiz. He had a cracking Euros, and he's still playing very, very well for PSG. And then up in the front, I forgot in the midfield, Desiree Doué. Watch for that guy. That guy is also really freaking good. He's playing very well on that right side as well. He's pretty underrated when it comes to the midfield, but I'm telling you, he's going to do good. The guy has techers. He can pass the ball. He can move the ball around everywhere. In the front, they got their marquee signing, Kvaratskhelia Kvaratskhelia, which was an absolute bargain from Napoli for only 60 million for Vicha. That was a good signing. He is a baller, and he's showing it right now. He's playing very well up in the position they put him. I think he's at striker or something. Yeah, I think he's at striker. With alongside Gonzalo Ramos, who's playing well for a striker at PSG, but in my opinion, they got to get a better striker. And then he's also playing alongside the man himself, Ousmane Dembele, who's also having an absolute banger of a season. Despite how much I don't like him because he left Barcelona, I still think he's having a really good season. He's doing really well. And this entire PSG team is doing well. Both these teams are doing absolutely insane right now. And I think it's all going to come down to the atmosphere, which team wants it more, and which team knows how to play their game in their own stadium against their opponent. What do I think for this match? This match is going to be, in the first leg, a 1-1 draw. No, scratch that. 2-2 draw in the first leg. When they go to Anfield, that is going to be 2-1 Liverpool. I think Liverpool get past PSG in the first round. I won't be surprised if I'm wrong, but I feel like Liverpool have what it takes just to edge PSG in terms of overall quality and pretty much counterattack. I think counterattacks are going to be huge in these games because both teams would prioritize counterattacking over midfield ability and I'd say defense as well, but yeah, it's going to be on counterattacks, and I'm feeling that Liverpool edge it just slightly. Okay, so that's the end of the vid. See ya.